Hi, and welcome to the Business of Possibility. I'm your host, Amanda Herr, and the Business of Possibility is where we talk about how to live like it's possible and everything from business to your life. So, this week's topic. This week's topic is, of course, New Year's resolutions and goal setting. So, right about now, we're almost 2 weeks into the year. And I'm sure that those of us that have made a New Year's resolution are feeling a little bit like, oh, what did I do? Personally, I don't make New Year's resolutions. I just have goals for every quarter. So it's the same type of thing. And when you get a little bit into life and just start living in the real world, it can get in the way of some of the goal setting or some of the things that you thought on January 1st were going to be so easy and so awesome for 2023. So, how do you get around it? Like, how do you get out of that messy middle? How do you get remotivated? How do you make sure that you actually succeed in the New Year's resolution and goals that you're setting? And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the 4 foundational points of making sure that you are successful in your goal setting or in your goals as well as your New Year's resolutions. So let's get into it. Let's start talking about the good stuff. All right. So I do have some slides that are going to make this a little bit easier. And what this is about is this is the 90-day reframe success planner. And obviously it's got a little bit of a typo here, but the 90-day reframe success planner is really what I use with my clients. I have a digital format of it as well as the hard copy. My clients get a hard copy. It's 148 pages that really is about accountability, and it's about how to set goals that you can actually achieve. So, and that's the most important part of the whole thing, right? So, the digital planner is actually a planner that you can fill in as you go. And it's been really, really helpful for a lot of my clients. It's available on my website under the tab, the planner. But I'm not here to sell you the planner. What I'm doing is I want to show you kind of like the roadmap that we use, because the roadmap we use is actually what's going to help you stay on course with your New Year's resolution and your goals. So let's take a quick look at just kind of some of the pages within this planner that are going to be helpful. So the getting started area, really the getting started area of the planner is what I call being honest. Okay, so the first foundational point of your New Year's resolution and your goal setting should be honesty. And if you can't be honest with yourself, who can you be honest with? So it's about saying to yourself, well, where am I right now? You know, whether you're making a New Year's resolution for business, like you want to get a promotion or you want, to get 20 different speaking engagements, or you want to do whatever it is on a business level, or if it's a personal goal, a personal New Year's resolution where it could be something like you want to lose weight or whatever it might be. Whatever it is, you need to take stock of where you are right now. If you don't really dig into where you are and what you're happy with and what you're unhappy with, it's going to be a lot harder in the messy middle of your New Year's resolution goals to actually come back and help yourself get out of that rut. So really understanding where you are right now is key to success. So before you do anything, be honest with yourself about where you're at and the why of why you're doing this resolution or this, goal. The why is what's going to get you to continue on as you go. The why is what's going to push you forward when you get into that dip of, where you might be right now 2 weeks into the year. So what is it? So where are you at right now? And why are you actually wanting to do what that goal actually is? So if it's a business goal, why do you want that promotion? What is that about? Is that just because you've been told that you should want a promotion? Is it because you really want to be higher up in the company because you feel like it's your mission? Is it because you want to have a higher position in the company because it means more money so you can provide for your family? What is it that's driving that goal? Because if you understand your why, then you understand that it's more important than just a box that you're going to check throughout the year. If it's a personal goal of, losing weight or whatever, a lot of people do that for New Year's resolution. Why? Is it health? Is it for your family? Is it because you've been told you should? I do want to kind of stop and talk about the shoulds right now. The should, if you're told that you should want the promotion or you should lose weight or you should want X or you should want Y, that's not going to be your goal. You're not going to necessarily be successful because you're doing what someone told you that you should do, or you're moving forward in a way that you've been told you should move forward. And that's what I call, and that's what coaches call shoulding on yourself. You're doing what you've been told you should do. So when that hard stuff happens, like, the messy, like you've gone off your, diet, or you haven't taken the training you wanted, or you haven't booked any speaking engagement, whatever the goal was. When it starts to get hard, if it's something you've been told you should do, that's not something that is going to resonate with you, and you're never going to get out of your dip. Okay. You're never going to get out of that little valley, that hard part. But if you took the time and you thought foundationally, where am I at and why am I doing this? Why does this matter to me? When I'm in this dip or this low part, I can come back and I can look at that and I can say to myself, okay, reset time. Let's keep going. So that's the first foundational point, is honesty in asking yourself what brought you to this point. Like, why are you actually choosing to do this? And not just checking the box, but actually digging in and getting real with yourself. The second part, or the second thing about goal setting and New Year's resolutions, really is learning and thinking about your core values. So now you've kind of gotten a little bit deeper about your why. You've figured out, like, this is more than just a New Year's resolution. This is going to be like a thing. This is a lifestyle change, or whatever it might be. This is, change in business, whatever. But does it line up with who I am? Does it line up with my core values? I'll be honest with you. Until I started as a coach, I never thought, like, what are my core values? No one ever said, hey, Amanda, what's your core values? Weird, right? We're doing a little bit more of this in corporate now. We're kind of like getting a little bit more emotionally intelligent. However, we're still not there. We do need to understand, though, when we're looking at goals and resolutions, what our core values truly are. And they're different for everybody. The reason why it's important, though, is because if you're doing a goal, if you've decided that your resolution is something that doesn't line up with these core values that you have, these deep-seated values, then you're never going to succeed. And that goal or that resolution is going to just like fight with your values, and you're going to feel out of alignment, and that dip is going to become a trench, and you're not going to be able to get out of it. So thinking about, does this idea that I have for getting a promotion, does that actually line up with my core values? Is part of my core values that? Is part of my core values, moving up, or, my career, and does, my career line up with the values? Does this value or this resolution of losing weight, does that fit with my core values? Because if you make sure that it's in alignment, not only do you now understand what the mission is or the why is of what you did with your resolution and goal, but you're now like really feeding yourself, and you're getting energy from actually doing the thing that you said you were going to do when you created this resolution or goal. Okay, so it's not taking away from you, and you're actually getting fed by it because it's in alignment with your core values. Now you're like, well, how do I figure out what my core values are. No one's going to be like, hey, let's go have coffee and talk about our core values, except for me, I would. But how do you figure out what they are, right? What is that? So within this planner, there is an exercise that I do with my clients that really runs you through and helps you figure out what the core values are. And once you figure out what your core values are, everything that you do in life starts to funnel through those core values. So it's not just goal setting, it's like literally everything. And then it makes life so much more in balance and so much more fulfilling for you. So again, if you don't get the planner, it's a $27 digital planner that comes with like videos of how to use it and, a couple of different bonuses available on the website. Again, I'm not here to sell it to you, but if you wanted to use it as a tool, it's there for you to actually download and use. If you don't have that, you might be able to find an exercise somewhere. I'm not sure what they would look like on the internet, but really figuring out what your core values truly are is really important. And that's a really important part of really anything, but goal setting in particular. The third thing is to actually put what in marketing we call KPIs, or key performance indicators. So the third thing is actually like, what is it that success of this goal or this resolution looks like? What is that? So, if it's a promotion in X amount of time, right? Or if it's speaking engagements, how many and within what time frame? If it's, the weight loss thing, how much and by when? Like, really figure out in detail what that is so that when you've hit that you've actually reached that goal and you can celebrate. Because celebration of that is a key part of making you want to continue and to do it again. So what is that specific thing that is going to say, yes, you were a success? Yes, this was successful. And when you have that written down and you can see how far you're coming. So like I'm starting at 0 and now, I know that it's my detailed KPI of my success is over here. When I'm in my little dip, like, things aren't working out the way I want, then I can go, but yet I'm not here anymore. I'm over here. So yeah, maybe I'm not here at the end goal, but I came from here to here. Celebrate. And now let's keep going. And that's a very powerful thing when you feel like giving up. When you feel like giving up, looking at how far you've come will help you continue on. So again, number one, where are you at right now? What is your why? Number two, figure out your core values and how it aligns with that goal setting. Number three, what is the detailed success indicator so that you can see how far you've come, right? And I'm talking about, I keep saying the dip. Well, it's because we're 2 weeks into the year, and a lot of times New Year's resolutions don't even last until the end of January. Okay. Myself, it could be a health situation that derailed you for a couple of weeks, whatever, right? And now is the time where people start to think, oh, I wanted it, but I'm not going to get it. Guess what? You can get out of the dip. Get out of the dip. And here's how you're going to do it. Okay. And then the fourth thing, and one of the most important things really, is having an accountability partner. So an accountability partner is key to any goal success, because if you work with somebody, like it could be a friend, it could be a coach. I do this a lot with my clients, but that partner is going to help push you forward and help you achieve your goal and your success. And you're going to do it together. So that partner helps you when you're wondering what the next step is, or you're feeling a little, disoriented from life, right? They're going to help push you forward and help you succeed. And you're going to do the same for them. So an accountability partner is very key. So like I said, it could be a friend, it could be a coworker that you trust, it could be a coach. Again, I do this with my clients all the time. If you're interested in coaching, please reach out. But it's so very important that you do have somebody, because it's easy to just put something in a drawer and say, I'll do it later. But if you have someone that says, you know what, this was really important to you, you said to me, this is important to me because of this deep reason that you have figured out, and that it really fed you because it aligned with your core values, and you saw the vision of what it was going to look like when you were done with it. So don't give up. Don't give up and keep going. It's some powerful stuff. That's powerful stuff. And it's different than just giving up and, eating the Twinkie. I don't even know if they make Twinkies anymore. Okay. So just think about that. So those are the 4 things that are going to help you be successful in your resolutions and your goal setting. So if you are, interested, first of all, if anyone has any questions or comments or anything, please let me know. I can see them and I'll answer them live. Or you can put your questions or comments in the comment section and I'd be happy to get back to you. But, again, if you are interested in the planner, it is available on my website. I have launched a new website. It's amandahercoaching.com. Feel free to take a look. I do have a couple of spaces open for some private coaching in the 90-day reframe. I'm also going to be starting a mastermind group very soon for some group coaching, so I'll keep you updated on that. However, I just want to say to all of you, it's very easy to give up and it's very easy to have negative self-talk because that's kind of the default that the humans really have, but it doesn't have to be that way. There are different ways of living that make you feel a lot more elevated, and it helps you kind of enjoy this whole journey that we're on. I call it live like it's possible, right? So it's living like everything that I want is possible, and I live every day in honor of that. So this is part of the process. Part of the process is being honest. It's goal setting. It's following through. It's looking at what I want and making a plan to get there. And that's what live like, like it's possible really truly means. So stay with me. Right now I'm doing every Wednesday. I do a live stream like this and the business of possibility. And this is actually going to also be a podcast. So you'll be able to listen to this on Apple as well as Spotify. And that's coming soon. And of course, you can follow me on social media, email me at amandahercoaching.com, or visit my website because there's a lot of different resources that I make sure are there as well. So until next time, until next Wednesday, I just want to say thanks for your time today, and just make sure that you too, live like it's possible. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.